I grew up in this Trunner era.
I know.
Yeah, you know. And despite me liking most of the Trunners, I ain't never been hyped like I have been for these. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these guys right here. This is Jordan Brand's brand new Trunner, the Trunner Ultimate. Now before I get into these Trunners right here, I do want to bust out an OG pair. Oh, she just eye rolled like a motherfucker. Man, because she loves these. She doesn't. But this is my favorite Trunner. This is the Trunner Condo. I think I've busted these out on a couple of occasions. They are pretty old. They're starting to separate in certain areas and stuff, so I don't want to wear them even though I do. This was the cool gray colorway. This was the first time that Jordan Brand busted out the cool gray line, because the cool gray 11s were out, and these and some other cool gray shoes and all that stuff. And it was just, to me, it was just, man, what a time to be alive, especially as a Jordan fan. But there was no laces. You just had these little plastic things right here. That's how you strapped them up and unlaced them. It was so simple, so gimmicky, and so awesome all at the same time. I loved them. I used to rock them just like this. And then that's what you would hear. And she hated it. I had the black and red ones too. I obliterated those. They definitely have come a long way. This definitely looks like a training shoe, like something that you wear in a gym, maybe on a track field, whatever.
It looks like a house slipper to me.
Hey, that's cool too. These though, these look like an actual runner. Like these look like they sit in line with Nike's current weird those $250 shoes. That's what these remind me of. So these are supposed to be able to handle training and running, hence Trunner. And spoiler alert, I already ran in these. I did a 5K in them this morning, but this is not a performance review. This is just an overview. If you wanted a performance review, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section and I can get that done. Not as quickly as possible, but I'll try. And I just think that these are real interesting. The outsole is definitely interesting, especially when you're considering current modern running shoes. I talked about this recently with the, I think it was the last video that we uploaded, the Under Armour, how that shoe had like a lot of rubber on it, you know what I mean? Now these guys are similar but different. They do have a lot of rubber in terms of it's full length. There's no brakes, which I think is cool, but the lugs are a lot smaller, so those are kind of modern and all that stuff. So they're thin, still is enough to allow stretch, flex, and all of that kind of good stuff, but be durable at the same time, which is great for, again, cross-category shoe, because you're supposed to be able to do everything from your light 5Ks to your 15Ks, all the way down to the normal training stuff that includes lateral movements. Now, I don't know exactly how all of those other exercises will feel, because I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't cross train, I don't CrossFit. When I first put them on, they do feel a little tippy and everything. I let you put them on and I just wanted her to try to feel the zoom, even though her foot doesn't fill up the space or anything like that. But they, like what you were saying, they feel a little tippy.
Yeah, they feel like you take one wrong step where you get a good sized pebble under your foot and there's a long drop if your ankle tweaks. It's
an interesting sensation, I'll give it that. Which brings me into the tech specs. One of the shoes that I have dubbed the zoomiest zoom of all zooms up until now was the Air Jordan 34. I just thought that that was like, I don't know, the bounciest zoom air that I've ever felt. In comes these guys and like, you know what I mean? Like, holy shit. Can zoom for days, dude. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, if you're not doing a sport, you just want a shoe to rock casually that has like a massive amount of cushion in it, this is it. You feel like you're in a trampoline. And that's where I don't know how the lateral thing is supposed to go and all that stuff. They actually put this Tpu Cage on there. I don't know if it's P-backs, I don't know if it's just TPU, but that's supposed to be the thing that allows you to do lateral movements. They even put in a bunch of little hidden details. One of them is on the cage right in the back. It looks like something that would be on the design sheet. Same thing with the outsole. There's actually a line straight through, so I think that means like linear movements, but then there's also these breaks with lines laterally, and I believe that that's what that means, is that there's coverage for lateral movements on those sections of the shoe. It's a little weird. Again, I'm not the one out here CrossFitting, I'm just running in it. So if you use something like this for all your workouts, then I'd be curious to know your thoughts on them. I would not use this as a weight training shoe if the weight is on you. So like if you're having a squat and then push back up, because this could be a little bit unstable. Normally those types of shoes are really, really firm, like the, what is it called, the Metcon, where you're basically on the floor. A lot of people use Chuck Taylors, and a lot of people don't even wear shoes where they do that stuff. They just go out with their socks or barefoot, because it's natural stability. The foam midsole, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a injective Phylon, I don't know if it's Cushlon, all that stuff. It's not labeled on here. I can't find it in any of the information. By the time this video goes up, the shoe most likely will have released, so tech specs should be somewhere. The only tech specs that are stated as of right now on 2 locations, one of which is Nike News, and that's where the press release is. It just talks about the Zoom Air. And then the other place is Finish Line, and again, that's actually where I bought them from, by the way. They only talk about the Zoom Air also, so they don't tell you what type of foam it is. All I could tell you is that it's freaking squishy. I don't know what the hell it is, man. It feels almost like Cushlon, but it could easily be Injectifylon. There's all these little dots on there though. Usually that's a compression molded feature, like when they compression mold stuff, so it would not be injected if that were the case, which makes me believe that it is some kind of Cushlon or something. I don't really know though. All I could tell you is that it feels hella bouncy. I believe it's just from everything that they've done to it, but for right now, the cushion itself, like the foam, mad cushy. These weird diamond things, when you press into them, they actually compress and then they bounce back. It's super weird. And then you have the zoom in there and it's double stacked on top of that. And they carved out like a section of it. So obviously there's all that compression and stuff. I'm telling you, man, this feels weird. I've never put on a shoe like that. I'm not trying to hype these up. I'm just like, damn. Inside of that foam, there is the zoom air units. There's two actually. One's full length and it's a standard full length zoom unit. I like that they show it because they normally don't do this kind of thing for runners. This reminds me of the Viz Zoom Up Tempo. You guys have to bring that shoe back. I'm not talking about Jordan Brand, I'm talking about Nike. Please, please, I really want those, man. Do you even know what I'm talking about? Nope. Okay. Now underneath that full length zoom unit is another zoom unit, and it's a weird shaped one. It's the one that I thought was underneath the KD13. But man, these things feel just zoomy, dude. Like they're bouncy, hella bouncy. When I was running in them, it was a little weird because again, like you can feel like the slight tippiness and all that stuff. The cage does help, so maybe it will work laterally. I don't know. I know that when I was coming off of the curbs and stuff, and that's when you like normally crash on your heel and everything, and this thing absorbed every bit of oomph. I felt like I was gliding into the next step and stuff. It was so strange. It's just different. Like it doesn't feel like a running shoe, even though it feels like a running shoe. I will say though, these are mad expensive. These joints were $150, and then I had to pay tax and shipping. I'm spending almost $200 on some Trunners. That don't make no sense. Might as well buy a retro at that point, you know what I mean? This is performance, I get it, but still, almost $200 out the door.
And you didn't even go out the door to get them.
I couldn't, wasn't allowed to. I had to just chance it online and everything because I've been scared about buying running shoes online because my fit. I don't like how everything fits.
And how is the fit?
The fit, good question. They do fit true to size. However, the heel has just nothing in there. It reminds me of like super old shoe, not super old, but like from like 2011-ish, Fuse days. You see this tongue right here, super thin, fusey tongue? That's the heel right there too. Super strange. They do have a couple of little tiny heel notches in the back, but nothing that really like cups that Achilles area. So while I was running in them, I had to lace them all the way up to the back loop right there, and I could still feel just a little bit. So if you were to do what most runners do, which is go up half a size, right, from their true size, your heel is just gonna be popping out of these like crazy. It didn't come off my feet. It just had that kind of like feel, and it was a little annoying. Not anything that like stopped me from running. I didn't have to like bend down and tighten anything or nothing like that, but just to let you know. The materials are real interesting though, because it's just a textile. It looks like, what was that one Trunner?
The Jordan Trunner LT.
And that was the one with that bright pink.
Yes.
And that was React, I believe, right?
I believe so.
Okay. These feel way bouncier than those, just to let you know. And those had a snug/narrow fit. And the material was super weird because it had this same look to it, this like diamondy build or whatever, but that was like a weird layer under the mesh textile. This is not that. This diamond look, it's all knitted into itself. So it's just one sock feeling shoe and all of that stuff, but not constricting in a sock way, like a prime knit or a fly knit. Instead, it feels just like engineered mesh, and they just kind of like stitched in these zones of tighter areas, but no glue, no fuse, no synthetics in there, nothing like that. The only synthetic is this toe rand, and that's it. There's also a couple of little reflective pieces which I was impressed by. One's on the toe, one's on the heel. A lot of brands, including Jordan Brand, seem to leave off things like that, so that's one of the things where I'm just like, that's definitely a runner's feature. So I think that was kind of cool because they didn't leave that off. Also, check out this little throwback to the Wings logo, right? I dig that. The lacing system is real standard and all that stuff, nothing special. These three loops right here actually go into a dynamic fit system, so it's got an internal cage. You can kind of see it if you open up the shoe, and they go into the footbed. Does a good job, no complaints there. So as our resident runner, would you run in these?
I don't know.
Or would you want to?
I'm intrigued by them. I will say, as your running partner who has been with you as you try out all these different shoes to find what really suits you, this was probably the most bouncy you've been next to me, because sometimes I can tell when like you're getting tired and the shoe is not working for you. He gets very like, you can hear every single footstep, and today he was just bouncy the entire time.
I felt like I was gliding. It was super weird. Even the points where like I was clearly fatigued, I still felt good as far as like from a cushion standpoint, where I've been noticing it doesn't matter how much cushion the shoe has. Like you come to a point when you're running where you're just like, man, everything just feels like hard as And these, I didn't have that. Like, they were just constant, like, bouncy. And yeah, I haven't experienced that before. And I mean, I've been running in some of them have been fairly cushioned, and I still get that. And then even the lower end cushioned ones, they all kind of start to feel the same after a certain mile point. These were on just a different level. They're mad comfortable. They fit true to size. If you're looking for a shoe, like just like a daily wear, like if you're one of those essential workers, which thank you, by the way. If you are, you're on your feet all day, this might be one of them shoes, man. Oh, we have a giveaway. That's right. For those of you guys that don't know, we have a WearTesters Discord community. It's a community full of great people, and they're the reason why we're able to buy stuff like this, because they actually help fund the channel and all that stuff. And not only that, but you get exclusive access to myself, you, Drew, all of the other staff members of WearTesters. We all are in there just conversating pretty much all the time. But yeah, it's just a good group of people. We do phone chats, or it's not a phone chat. What is it called? A live chat?
Yeah.
We do one of those a month, especially in quarantine. It's been very useful to just hang out with everybody and stuff. We do it for a couple of hours. And this month's winner is what? I don't know where you're gonna put it.
Up here, it's Rem111. He just had a baby.
So, baby's first J's. Hey! You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is like my go-to gift. Anytime anybody I know has a baby, oh, why'd you look like that?
Because he does. As soon as he's like, somebody's having a baby, and
I will
he's
go
like...
I will go and buy them their baby's first J's.
Yeah.
Which some people might find sacrilegious. Luckily, I'm like the only person I know really that's into shoes.
Okay.
Which is how, like, one of the reasons why we started the channel, because like I don't know nobody like me. But it's one of those things where I know that if it was me,
you'd be upset if somebody gifted our kids some Jordans?
Because I want to be the one to do that. You know what I mean? But but the people that I buy for, like that I gift them, they've never been like sneakerheads or nothing.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So like they don't care. They're like, oh, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? Not only do you get the baby's first J's, but I mean, Chicago ones, bro. Tell me this ain't fire. And they're soft bottoms too.
Yes.
They don't make them like they used to. Our kids had to walk around in Jordan clogs.
I know. At least our oldest did. She definitely suffered.
Yeah. These are legit, man. These are so dope. Congratulations on not just getting a giveaway win, but like on the new addition to the family.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys over at Discord, all that kind of good stuff. If you want to join the Discord, all you got to do is click the link in the description box below. It'll send you over to WearTesters.com where you can read what it means to be a Discord member. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. I hope that you guys enjoyed the review on these things. Let me know if you wanted a performance review. I'm probably going to keep running these because they were mad comfortable.
Really?
They were mad comfortable, yeah.
You like these over the New Balance?
So the New Balance gives me the fit that I want, but not much else.
Okay.
This gives me the fit that I could deal with because there was no problems.
Okay.
But it does have all that other stuff where I'm like,
cool.
I legit felt like I was floating.
He looked like it. He looked very, very good and strong today. I was impressed.
No, I was impressed because they were mad comfortable, man. Like, I'm telling you, like when you hit a certain mile point, you're like, man, my f***ing legs are dead, dude. And the zoom in here just kept going. So, yeah. Thank you so much once again. And until next time, guys, have a good one.